Assalamu alaikum. So Ramadan is upon us. I just wanted to share the number one principle which I teach my clients, and the number one Islamic time management principle, which I think is the most important thing. If you understand this, if you grasp this could change your whole Ramadan. So I hope you find this valuable. So um, in Islam, we have two types of worship. And this is really important if you're a busy professional or an entrepreneur, right? And when I did my webinar recently on your best Ramadan ever, this was one of the most popular points. So I hope you love this. So in Ramadan, in Islam, we have two types of worship. We have direct worship, we have indirect worship. So direct worship, when you think of worship in Islam, we think of salah, dhikr, fasting, right? The five pillars, zakat, and dua, dhikr, right? This tends to be our direct worship. And indirect worship is like, there's lots of other things we do which is really important as well, right? So being a good father, being a good husband or a wife, going to work, all this is worship, right? And so a Muslim, if we have a good intention, we know that every aspect of our life is worship, is ibadah, and we strive to do that. Now, one of the dangers, especially for professional Muslims, right, entrepreneurial Muslims, and busy Muslims in general, is that we tend to be a little bit imbalanced. We tend to do lots of indirect worship and very little direct worship. And that's fine. That you can still get huge rewards, right? We know, for example, that good character, that the heaviest deed on the scales is good character. So we don't diminish that. And whenever you're doing khidmah, when you're helping others, right, whoever's in the aid of others is under the aid of Allah, right? So we know this from hadith. However, the ulama have told them, this is a really important principle I learned from reading Mufti Taqi Uthmani in his great book Islamic Months, and he said that that Ramadan is a time, and this is just proven from the Sunnah, and it's just obvious, that Ramadan is a special time, it's a special season for direct worship. Direct worship. And so this month Allah has planned specifically so that you can increase in direct. That's why it's legislated for us to fast. That's why it's legislated for us to do tarawih, which is a big ibadah, right? From 8 to 20 rakats, depending on what opinion you follow. In Quran, we try to recite more Quran. So in other words, this is a season, a time for more worship, right? And if that's one thing, and this is Islamic time management, right? This is how we prioritize differently, right? In Ramadan, the way we approach our work and our time and our life is different to outside this month. And so whatever your circumstances, this is why, many committed Muslims will try to take a bit of time off in Ramadan, will try to finish their work early in Ramadan. And I think that's a great practice because we want to increase our direct worship. Why? Because direct worship is the means to get closer to Allah. It increases our connection, increases our love, increases our sense of reality. It's our meditation. And meditation, as is proven now by modern studies, is one of the best ways to be a high performer. It's one of the best ways to get mental clarity. It's one of the best ways to achieve happiness and peace. Okay? So do that this month. And I just got a special offer. For those of you who are interested in connecting with the Quran, I did a course last year called Quran Velocity Ramadan. I've created this as a short course. And this is a really easy way if you want to kind of get an introduction to Quranic Arabic and you just want to have a summary of each juz with beautiful PDFs of selections from each juz. It's just £30 and I'm offering a 25% discount for anyone who purchases that in the next 3 days, first 3 days of Ramadan. You'll see a link below this video somewhere where you can enroll on that. Okay, and there's a coupon code as well. And also, if anyone who's, you've been following me for a while and you'd be interested in really pursuing your goals this Ramadan and you want to level up and you want to consider working with me as your high performance coach, as a productivity coach to help you really level up your life, and you want to do it in this Ramadan, then I invite you to contact me and to book a short consultation where we can talk about what that might look like. Okay guys, Jazakallah khairan, and let's make this a month of direct worship inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.